एंटरप्रेन्योर की जर्नी सिर्फ ब्रांड बिल्ड करने से नहीं होती है, बल्कि एक माइंडसेट है, एक शिफ्ट है, एक पूरा का पूरा जर्नी है। और आज हम उसी जर्नी को डाइसेक्ट करने वाले हैं। आज हम जिस इंसान से बात करने वाले हैं, उन्होंने सिर्फ एक कॉफ़ी का ब्रांड नहीं बनाया है, लेकिन कॉफ़ी कंजम्पशन के पूरे कल्चर को रिडिफाइन किया है, इस एक शहर से बहुत सारे शहरों तक। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं ठेका कॉफ़ी के फाउंडर भूपेंद्र मदान से, जिन्होंने एक कॉफ़ी का ब्रांड ग्लोबल लेवल पर लेके गए हैं, सिर्फ उनकी मार्केटिंग टैक्टिक्स की तरफ से या फिर उनके पूरे प्रोसेस से। हम जानेंगे उनकी हार्डशिप्स के बारे में, उनके प्रोसेस के बारे में, कैसे उसने जर्नी को शुरू किया और कैसे वो आज एक लेवल तक आए हैं। लेकिन उससे पहले वंडर इसको सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिए और फॉलो करिए हमें सोशल मीडिया पर, क्योंकि हमारे और थॉट प्रोवोकिंग कॉन्वर्जेशंस और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग स्पीकर्स आपकी फीड में आते रहेंगे। Hi Bhupinder, welcome to Table Talks.
Hi.
Before we delve into conversation, how are you? Tell me about the day, because the moment we started our chat, you said कि आज का दिन बहुत बढ़िया है.
So we had some investors come to Ahmedabad from Dubai.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we were going through a deal, so it was a very exciting day for us.
Fingers crossed in that case. Nice. जैसे हमने अभी investors की बात की, so ठेका, one of the biggest, फ्रेंचाइजीज, फ्लैगशिप्स ऑफ अहमदाबाद। कॉफ़ी के नाम पे किसी भी आप अहमदाबाद के इंसान से पूछोगे, उसके दिमाग में ठेका तो आएगा।
राइट।
सॉरी गाइस,
नो प्रॉब्लम गाइस, लेट्स कीप डूइंग इट।
या बट सो हाँ, अहमदाबाद की जब भी हम बात करते हैं कॉफ़ी कल्चर की, तो ठेका इज़ द बिगेस्ट नेम, विच एवरीवन नोज अबाउट।
राइट।
बट आई वांट टू नो कि 2017 जब ठेका बना था, तो उससे पहले क्या था? I want to know about the Bhupinder and Sahil.
Yeah.
Tell me about Sahil, before 2017.
Sahil is my nickname, Bhupinder is my real name. मुझे भी काफी बार confusion हो जाता था इस चीज को लेके। So 2017 से पहले I've done multiple businesses. I have been a part of a lot of things in my life.
Right.
But then that learning I had to put into one thing, which was to create a brand. My vision was to make sure that I make a brand. It was not necessary कि वो coffee हो या कुछ भी हो. I wanted to make something that I can be you can recognize me with, other than my personal identity. So that's when Theka Coffee got originated.
Okay. Yeah. But 2017 में ना entrepreneurship और startups इन सब का इतना terminology इतना wide नहीं था.
Right.
तो उस टाइम पे आपके aspirations क्या थे? Because I guess struggles भी बहुत रहे होंगे उस टाइम पे.
I don't believe struggles were there मेरी life में इतने ज़्यादा. Struggles were there in the younger age, पर वैसे there I've not seen ऐसे कोई struggles happening, because I always believe it's a learning curve in everything that you do.
Okay.
So those struggles are what defined me as a person. So 2017 में भी या अभी भी, prior me going to Shark Tank, I never knew what is entrepreneurship.
Right.
I did not know what is startup. I still don't know. It is all just what people call it.
Right.
I call it business.
Right.
I sell a product, I get money for it, and that's it.
Right. आज की डेट में जब हम बात करते हैं कि इतनी सारी स्टेटमेंट्स आती है, वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस जो मैंने समझा आज तक, कि people are trying to spend too much time into their businesses. और जैसे आपने बोला कि हम बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, हम entrepreneurship स्टार्टअप हमें नहीं पता, हमें तो सिर्फ एक प्रोडक्ट है, उसको बेचना है. So tell me about that, कि आप इन दोनों चीज़ों को कैसे अलाइन करते हो अपनी लाइफ में?
See, work-life balance for me was never there. मेरी लाइफ में तो ऐसा था ही नहीं, because I've been working since I was 14.
Right.
तो मेरे को I believe that work is my life. मैं वैसे ही जीना भी पसंद करता हूँ. Tomorrow if you delete my work, I don't enjoy my life. I'm not very happy about it. तो I don't understand that concept at all, क्योंकि मेरी happiness is where I'm working. I will be highest passionate only when I'm into my work. If that's not there, you will not find the same personality again.
जैसे आपने बोला कि आप 14 साल की उम्र से आप काम करो, आई गेस शार्क टैंक के अंदर भी आपने ये चीज़ काफ़ी अच्छे से एम्फसाइज की थी कि फ्रॉम द एज ऑफ 14 यू आर वर्किंग. टेल मी अबाउट दैट लिटिल, लाइक हाउ वाज इट? क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जब हम 14 के थे, तो एवरीवन वांट्स टू जस्ट प्ले अराउंड.
राइट.
अपने टाइम पे तो खैर फ़ोन थे भी नहीं उस टाइम पे जब हम 14 के थे. तो हाउ डिड यू मैनेज गोइंग इनटू द सेगमेंट ऑफ वर्क, keeping the entire thing away of your childhood?
So obviously I had some problems, financial struggles at my family, but that was not the main motivation. I never say that it motivated me to become or go out and work.
Okay.
The biggest motivation was that I understood it very early that this education system will not be something that I'll be able to take it. मतलब मुझसे पढ़ाई होती ही नहीं थी. I was not somebody who could go to school. I'm not a disciplined person. I could not go to a situation where you give me a rules कि you have to come at this time, go out at this time. ये मुझे अपने बारे में बहुत बचपन में पता चल गया था.
Right.
So I had that company when I was 14. People of 22, 23 were my friends, and they used to keep talking about money, business, all these things. तो I realized it कि I want to start it early. Again, it's a very funny situation. मुझे स्कूल से निकाल दिया. तो वो जो स्कूल से निकाला जिस मैडम ने, उसने जो बातें मुझे उस टाइम पे बोली थी, उससे मुझे ऐसा हुआ यार ये कैसे हो सकता है.
वो हिट कर जाते कभी कई चीजें.
हाँ, it was not ego उस मोमेंट पे, but 10th में क्या ego? You don't understand what is ego ultimately.
मस्ती में सब कुछ निकल जाता है उस टाइम पे.
Yeah. So whatever she told me, it made sense to me. कि मुझे समझ में आ गया कि जो ये so what she told me is कि आज XYZ amount of money you make. After 10 years, the inflation and everything, this is what you will make, this you will make, and education करके ही you will be able to do it.
Right.
And the competition level will increase so much that ultimately, Sahil, you will not be able to do anything.
Okay.
तो मुझे तब ये realize हुआ, and money के लिए I was always very open minded. मुझे ऐसा लगता था ये तो मैं कमा ही लूँगा. This is very easy for me. बचपन से when I was young. तो I decided कि okay ठीक है, जो amount ये कह रहे हैं, let me go out and try to earn that money.
Interesting.
And that's how the whole journey started. And I believe it's a blessing ultimately because if you start early, that is the only reason I've been able to be who I am, or maybe the failures or struggles, whatever I've taken in my life, I think it is because of me starting very early.
So that means since class 10th, you have been, working into different
100%.
things.
Yes.
How was the experience? Again,
Amazing.
if I take it back कि स्कूल के अंदर आप अपने क्लासमेट्स के साथ एंजॉय करने की जगह शाम को घूमना फिरना या फिर
पर वो भी होता ही था ना,
दोस्तों के साथ
घूमना भी होता था, मस्ती भी होती थी, काम भी होता था.
Interesting.
So it is not that it's only work all the time. But yeah, I started making money उस age से. So but life never stopped. And for me, life was this.
Interesting.
मतलब this is what I used to do, exactly what I'm doing today, 14, 15 years ago. And I'm doing the same thing. The magnitude has changed. Maybe it was on a smaller scale at that point of time. Now it's on a bigger scale. Tomorrow it will be more bigger.
Right.
The work is same.
But I agree to what you said कि work-life balance नहीं है. If you like your work, ultimately it becomes your life.
Yeah.
And everything merges ultimately.
Yes. It's a video game. I believe it's a video game.
Interesting.
I play video game every day. तो वो thrilling है काफी मेरे लिए.
तो वो थ्रिल है अपना एक लाइफ का एक थ्रिल है. बट स्टिल इफ आई जैसे आपने बोला कि लाइफ भी अपनी जगह पे चल रही है.
Right.
तो आज अगर अपने देखते हैं जो वर्किंग आवर्स की आजकल काफी बात होती है, तो हाउ मच ऑफ टाइम डू यू प्रेफर गिविंग टू योर, ऑफ कोर्स आई अंडरस्टूड दैट योर वर्क इज योर लाइफ, बट स्टिल अगर मैं आज काउंट करता हूँ कि आपकी वर्किंग आवर्स एज अ ओनर, ऑफ कोर्स 24 आवर्स इज योर वर्किंग आवर्स, बट आज अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि हाउ मच टाइम वुड यू डेडिकेट टू ठेका इन अ डे, कि ठीक है इतने घंटे मेरे को चिल भी करना है बिकॉज माइंड भी क्लटर हो जाता है बहुत ज़्यादा, आपको रिफ्रेश भी करना है अपने आप को. सो हाउ मच टाइम डू यू प्रेफर गिविंग टू योर बिजनेस?
आई डोंट ऑर्गेनाइज एनीथिंग इन माय लाइफ.
ओके,
मैं बस करता रहता हूँ. मतलब दैट्स नॉट मी. आई कांट प्लान कि मैं 10 घंटे ही करूंगा या मैं 16 घंटे करूंगा या मैं 5 घंटे करूंगा. दैट्स नॉट समथिंग. आई फील लाइक डूइंग इट, आई विल डू इट. If tomorrow I don't feel like doing it, I will not do it. I'll not do it for 10 days in consistency, or else I'll just keep on working till 16, 17 hours. I'm like that kind of a person. So I said there's nothing planned. It is just happening as it is required.
So tell me about your day little, कि आपका अगर मैं दिन bifurcate करे तो
if you can I wake up whenever I want to. There's no time fix of
nice.
it. Yeah.
I like it.
And then I just go to work, फिर बस office, and then back home. I go to one place where I have tea every day.
Okay.
So बस वही, it's 3 things only. Consistency में.
I have picked one thing कि tea.
Yeah.
Having a coffee brand, you still delve into tea.
Yeah.
Is that a comfort or?
नहीं, I think again, मतलब ये होता है कि I sell coffee does not mean that I don't like tea, right? तो वो ऐसा है कि I was not into coffee. It was my business. I like that space when I'm having my tea alone, and I sit. I think वो एक system बना हुआ है मेरी life का.
So that's a me time आपके पूरे दिन के.
Yeah, and that I think is most important.
Interesting. हाँ, of course, me time. Everyone should have this me time. मतलब they should have. I feel interesting. जैसे आपने बोला कि since class 10th आप जब business कर रहे थे, तो ऑफ कोर्स माइंड शिफ्ट ग्रोथ, क्योंकि 10th क्लास के अंदर अगर मैं देखूँ अपने आप को, आई वाज अ वेरी नाइव किड. सो कुछ भी नहीं पता, घर जाके वीडियो गेम खेलना है. उस टाइम पे GTA Vice City था अपने लिए ज़िंदगी के अंदर. घर जाना है, वो खेलना है और सो जाना है. बट आपका एक माइंडसेट आई एम सुपर श्योर काफ़ी एक्सपैंड हुआ होगा, बिकॉज द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट अर्निंग मनी भी है, आपको बिजनेस भी समझना है, आपको पीपल समझना है, आपको मार्केट समझना है. टेल मी अबाउट दैट माइंडसेट शिफ्ट, यू नो, विच हैपेंड विद यू एट अ वेरी यंग एज.
Mindset shift in learning, basically. So it's a lot. Matlab, obviously, when with experience, you learn a lot of things. But this is inside me. I don't learn from anyone on the planet. Matlab, I don't ask anybody. I don't question anything on to anyone.
Interesting.
I believe my journey itself keeps on teaching me. If I have XYZ goal, तो वो अचीव करने में जो learning मुझे चाहिए वो मैं अपने आप grab करता रहता हूँ.
Okay.
And I believe in the learning that is naturally coming to me, not forced. Like I would not go out and forcefully try to read a book. But now when I know that okay, this book is going to help me to achieve what I want to achieve, then that learning I will take.
Right.
So both experience and learning has gone to a lot of multifold. Things have changed a lot. Evolution keeps on happening, I believe, in my life very fast. The way I was 16 years ago, again base personality never changes, but around it too many things have changed, and they keep on evolving. I keep evolving a lot.
Of course, when so much things are happening, you know, your business is growing, you are traveling a lot, you have so many
all
people,
these aspects of my life is different. As a person, I am who I am, and then there is a business.
Right.
So business does not shape me. I am as Sahil Madaan or Bhupinder Madaan, and my business will shape accordingly.
Right.
Is what I think.
So, like you said, you know, you delve into your life by your experiences, your learnings by your experiences. So you ever felt having a need of having a mentor in your life?
No. I see mentorship again is too many topics there. Like business में mentorship, yes, you will have to learn कहीं ना कहीं.
Right.
You will have to ask, if I don't know how to study a P&L, then I'll have to ask,
Of course,
how to make a P&L. But if you talk about life, I don't like those kind of mentorships. Business has specific knowledge is where I think
we always go to someone.
Yeah. So
and
if I want to learn how to do fundraise, I need to learn.
Of course.
So I will go out and ask somebody, but specific knowledge, not overall things. That I don't do.
But you have made yourself your mentor when it comes to the life.
हाँ,
कि मैं खुद से सीखूंगा,
एक्सपीरियंस से सीखूंगा, और जो मेरे आसपास की चीजें उनसे I will talk to you, I'll learn something from you. I'll talk to someone else, I'll learn something from that person. ऐसा.
For example, like I have a friend of mine, you know, whenever I'm stuck somewhere, whenever I want to declutter myself, I just pick up my phone randomly and I give them a call. You would also have, you know, such people in your life, I'm super sure.
नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं है.
ऐसा नहीं है.
ऐसा मतलब जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ी, to be very honest. मतलब ऐसी needs have not come into my life. My life has been very interesting and fun.
Okay.
तो मेरी लाइफ में ऐसे कोई challenges नहीं आए कि आए भी होंगे तो भी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मुझे बहुत ज्यादा किसी के साथ डिस्कस करने की जरूरत पड़ रही है. My life has been very smooth. Okay. Whatever comes in my way, I think I accept it very beautifully.
What have you experienced, you know, in this very small conversation, that you have taken everything very positively in your life as a blue color, कि पर्पल कभी आने ही नहीं दिया हमने लाइफ में कि एक स्ट्रगल वाली कोई चीज महसूस की हो.
स्ट्रगल होता ही नहीं है, इट्स योर फीलिंग अल्टीमेटली. इफ यू आर एंजॉयिंग द होल प्रोसेस, देयर इज नो स्ट्रगल, एंड देयर इज नो वे यू कैन सक्सीड इन योर लाइफ विदाउट स्ट्रगल. मतलब जो स्ट्रगल लेना है कोई कहीं पे पहुंचने के लिए, वो तो करना ही पड़ेगा.
राइट.
तो अगर आप उससे परेशान होने लग गए तो फिर कोई मतलब भी नहीं है.
Makes sense.
To become who you want to become.
How this mindset, again, you know, I'll come to the mindset because मैं अपने आप को रिलेट कर रहा हूँ अभी आपकी जगह पे, कि मैं होता तो हो सकता है कि बहुत सारे स्ट्रगल्स है लाइफ के अंदर, बहुत कुछ हम, you know, फेस कर रहे हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं पे एक डाउनफॉल आता है, रोड ब्लॉक आता है. कि जैसे मैंने बोला कि मेरे पास तो एक दोस्त है, मैं उसको रैंडमली कॉल करूंगा कि भाई बस एक बार तो मेरे से बात कर ले 15 मिनट के लिए. Is there any specific motivation or, you know, something you've seen in your childhood which have shaped you in this way?
I think it's inspiration to your goal. My goal is to become a billionaire in life, and it was since my childhood.
Billionaire, nice.
Yeah, तो अब वो बनना ही है. It's a full stop story, right? Now when you want to do it anyhow, तो ये तो बस ये तो बहुत छोटे struggles है अभी, whatever I'm taking.
Right.
Going to that level, the struggles are going to be 100, 500x. तो ये this is all preparation, and you need to understand these parts. कि ये होने वाला है मेरी life में, मुझे इसको accept करना है. And then only I can go to multifold.
And your aspiration is driving you every day.
Yeah, and I believe there are two kinds of growth. One is exponential growth, and the other one is growth.
Right.
5-year success, everyone can do it. Right. I am sure you can do it. He can do it. I can do it. Everyone on the planet can do 5-year success. Theka Coffee right now coming on Shark Tank could have been a 5-year success. Now, if I want to go exponential growth, that's like 40, 50 years of success. I don't want to become that 5-year success. I want to go exponential growth. So exponential growth se pehle, these curves keep on coming. You will keep on failing. You'll keep on succeeding. You'll keep on failing. You'll keep on succeeding. Then comes a time that your failures stop. They don't come. So I think that journey, I have been blessed by God के वो brain में मेरे है पहले से.
That's good.
And I'm prepared for it.
And I guess you're enjoying that journey as well very much.
I'm not attaching myself to anything.
That's
interesting. I'm detached with that particular part. I'm just attached to my goal. So all the things which are happening are just a part and parcel of it.
Interesting, very interesting.
और उससे मेरी personality change नहीं होती है. I look the same if I'm failing. I look the same when I'm successful. I will look the same if I have money. I will be the same personality fun when I'm not having money. It's all the same. I used to enjoy the same when I was failing during COVID. I enjoy the same even today. There's no change.
That's very wise and positive as well. And I really like your shirt. ये मैं आने के बाद बोल नहीं पाया, but that's a really interesting shirt.
I got selected on Shark Tank also because of my shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Cool what was the shirt at that?
So everyone was wearing a corporate dress वहाँ पे. I was the only one wearing a very colorful, vibrant shirt. So they selected me first for the audition because of that shirt.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. And I've seen your Instagram. It's very colorful as well. हर time एक नए color की पग होगी. Yeah. Casual kapde, and it gives a vibe.
So what does that prove? That proves that you can wear anything and do anything.
That's 100%
that's the whole thought behind.
That's 100% truth. Since you talked about your aspirations, becoming a billionaire, that's really something positive. I'm going to take back home today. A small situation कि अगर आज मैं बोलूँ कि आपको डिनर करना है and you can have any 2 people from the world to have that dinner with.
इतनी मैं वैल्यू किसी को नहीं दी आज तक.
अरे फिर भी कि पुराने स्कूल के 2 दोस्त थे मैं उनको बुला लूँ या फिर
it's my family. It's more than enough. मतलब वो ऐसी thoughts ही नहीं है कि I give value to somebody इतना ज़्यादा कि वो especially I want to have dinner with that person. तो family 100% yes.
Tell us a little about your family because I guess किसी भी इंटरव्यू में या फिर किसी भी अभी तक कॉन्वर्सेशन में आपकी फैमिली के बारे में इतना जिक्र मेरे ख्याल से नहीं हो पाया.
तो इंटरव्यू इतने नहीं दिए शायद दूसरा है मेरा.
नहीं ऑफ कोर्स दैट्स वेरी हम्बल ऑफ यू बट या टेल अस अ लिटिल अबाउट योर फैमिली एज वेल.
सो या माय फैमिली हैज बीन वेरी सपोर्टिव, very the same energy that I carry. I think it's in my family all across. They believe in whatever I say. I think whatever I've become is because of their belief system being very strong that whatever he says he will be able to do it. वरना आप ऐसे अपनी फैमिली में बैठ के बोल नहीं सकते कि I want to become a billionaire. You will always be very shy about it, right?
Yeah.
So they shape their life according to my dreams ultimately and been very supportive. So very happy family. सब कुछ खुश है, मजे वाला है.
And they are based out of Ahmedabad right now. Yeah. That's lovely. So this brings me to very interesting and very my favorite part of this segment of the conversation, and I'm sure you love it as well. Something we were experimenting last evening when we were thinking कि यार क्या कुछ नया करे. I'm just waiting for my team to get the cue. But imagine when I say that you have to guess your own coffees.
Nice. I can.
Because very interestingly you have very interesting names of your coffees.
Yeah.
So here we have 4 different coffees of yours.
Of Theka Coffee.
Nice. Let's see if you're able to guess the right ones. So
you want me to start?
Yeah, please go ahead.
This one is Palang Tod.
By the fragrance?
No, by the color also.
Okay.
This is what I feel. This is hazelnut.
Oh, that's true. It's okay. 2 done right.
This has to be next level.
Okay.
This one's next level.
That's interesting. Yeah. So 4 of 4.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So very much
obviously
well aware of your products, of course. You have been brewing that for a long time. I was expecting कि एक होगा तो मैं थोड़ी टांग खींच पाऊंगा. नहीं. But that's very interesting and interestingly.
See, when you make your product, you know your product.
That's true. That's very interesting.
I'm not able to sleep ab raat ko. I don't drink coffee this time.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is very high caffeine product. Like if you consume Theka Coffee after 6. I don't know how people sleep, but it's very tough. It is impossible, and it is high caffeine, so you will get palpitations. Like if you drink 2 palang tods together, you will have that palpitations inside you because it's all freshly brewed and all. So
because it's of the process that the entire
process. The caffeine level is very high in the bean that we use for palang tod. That's why it's named as palang tod.
Oh, interesting. Tell me about the name nomenclature. कि क्यों कैसे?
I felt like this कि जब in India 10 years ago, you walking in a common man, I'm just talking about normal people, when you go inside a Starbucks and you see all that menu and the way they try to talk to you, you are not confident enough to understand ये क्या है, बौखला के ही आप अंदर नहीं जाते हो.
Right.
And maximum people have that side of them that they just ignore going inside Starbucks आज से 10 साल पहले. And उस time पे I thought यार it should be very comforting to the customer. Everything, every aspect of it, the brand, the colors, the menu, the name, they should feel comforting. And it should not be that Italian cappuccino, lattes and all those things. It should be something Indianized because that's what my roots are.
Right.
So yeah, that's how Theka Coffee and Palang Tod came into picture.
And do you think that the industry was able to adapt the names?
Whatever you want, it should works.
That's
so
true.
If you work by the industry standards, you will never become disruptive.
That's very true.
So if you believe in your thought, if you believe that okay, Theka Coffee word chalega, and I've done everything correctly, whatever I had to do, it will work. Maybe it will not work today. After 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but ultimately it will work.
That's very true. I want to know the aspiration of coffee because many experience
it was not aspirational, to be honest. It was just a need. I understood that coffee is something that ऐसा नहीं था कि I loved coffee and I wanted to start coffee. It's my habit that I do everything perfectly.
Right.
So I wanted to enter into F&B space. जिसमें I understood that the fixed expenses, rentals are too heavy. So restaurant was scratched off. ऐसे करते करते everything got scratched off. Then I understood that freshly brewed coffee will come into picture as an aspirational product because people are changing. They want something better. Right. And we were all groomed to have instant coffee. मैं भी वही पीता था ultimately. हम लोग सब brew Nescafe ही पीते थे. So वहाँ से it was just a business decision purely. फिर I learned coffee because I wanted to perfect it. If I am selling it, I wanted to do it inch perfect.
And I guess वो culture shift भी आया था coffee का एकदम से कुछ कई साल पहले कि एकदम से लोगों को coffee freshly brewed चाहिए क्योंकि of course हम सभी Nescafe पी के पैदा हुए हैं.
That was the aspirational side ना.
कि Nescafe पीना है तो Nescafe भी उस टाइप एक luxury हुआ करती थी कि Nescafe लेकर आएंगे घर में तो एक अलग ही lavish feeling आएगी.
And now we don't drink instant chai. We drink chai brew करके.
Chai proper
right? So coffee हम instant पीते थे. So now I think finally majorly everyone has started understanding that.
The brewed thing of that. One thing when I came to Ahmedabad almost 4.5 years back because my family lives here, my maternal family. I came here and my Masi took me to a random place to drink coffee. एक college के पास में एक था and she said कि ठेका की coffee पीने चलते हैं. At that time I was like कि I come from Jaipur, of course. I'll not say, but we have open alcohol over there. Right. And I was like, ठेका की कॉफी आप क्या करना क्या चाह रहे हो यहाँ पर आप legalize है या नहीं? And she's like, चल तू मेरे को पिला के लेके आती हूँ कॉफी. And she took me to that place and we had coffee. And I was like, this is very interesting, having this the name of at that time I was like inspired by the name ठेका कॉफी. ये क्या चल रहा है अहमदाबाद में कौन सा कल्चर आ गया एकदम से?
Right. Yeah, I think it was eye grabbing के लिए. And Theka was the only thing that I was also not very confident moving out of Gujarat. Gujarat में तो मेरे को पता था वो चलेगा ही चलेगा. But as a name, I did not know how people will appreciate it all across India. ये एक doubt मेरे अंदर पहले से था. But then I think it has been taken amazingly well, which is where I thought maybe I'll change the name and take it outside Gujarat. But then वो नहीं करना पड़ा.
पर need ही नहीं पड़ी वैसे. But one thing which I have also seen very recently in Ahmedabad. आज मैंने अपने ऑफिस में भी पूछा कि ठेका कॉफी. They're like हमने पीनी यहीं से शुरू की थी. So how do you feel when you listen to such people telling that यार let's say that you're sitting with me and I don't know that you're Theka's founder.
Right.
And randomly I'm drinking Theka coffee and मैं बोलता हूँ कि यार यही तो चाहिए था अभी.
How ये validation है ना. ये तो ऑलरेडी खुद ने खुद को दिया हुआ है. तो आई डोंट फील एनीथिंग इन सब चीजों से. इट इज फन एंड see when you drink my product, any audience when they drink the product, the best feeling on the planet is that. उसके बाद उसको वो अच्छा लगता है तो वो और बेटर है.
Right.
But if I am the founder or my team is doing it, usse it does not make a lot of
Okay.
it does not create a lot of euphoria inside me. But yeah, if you love my product and you say, "यार वाह क्या मजा आ गया coffee पी के," I think that's the validation.
Because I've heard this that people in Ahmedabad they've got into coffee because of Theka Coffee. So I was inspired कि यार एक कंपनी ने एक पूरा कल्चर शिफ्ट ला दिया है आपके इस शहर के अंदर. चाय से एक जो शहर पूरा चाय पे बसा हुआ है वो एक कॉफी पे शिफ्ट हो गया एक ब्रांड के डिसरप्शन इन द मार्केट बिकॉज ऑफ द नेम बिकॉज ऑफ द कलर्स ऑफ कोर्स.
Right.
सो दैट्स योर आई गेस
Actually ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं है.
अच्छा.
Everything is very dynamic. There are too many players. There is too many
Of
things
course.
happening. There's XYZ amount of customers. कोई चाय पीता है, कोई कॉफी पीता है. I just believe the product is actually very good. मतलब जिस तरीके से हमने बनाया था उसको, तो जब कस्टमर उसको पीता है और उसको मजा आता है, तो I think they keep coming back. बाकी very dynamic. आजकल इंडिया पूरा बहुत बदलता जा रहा है. It's changing very fast.
Okay.
So a lot of change I don't think is possible आज के टाइम पे. बोलने के लिए हो सकता है, but I don't think any brand is able to do it.
But is that something that is inspiring you to keep disrupting over and over because of the dynamism?
नहीं, I think that journey for me, disruptive वाला part जो है, that journey in my life has been past. मतलब
Okay.
It's done. I've done it. I've been over it. I think I'm now just wanting to go that exponential growth way where I like to do the same thing again and again. This also has had its own journey, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, right? So now the only goal is कि अब disruption तो कर ही दिया, अब इसको बहुत बड़े level पे कैसे ले जा सकते हैं, बस वही, that's the only goal.
That's interesting. If you would want me to taste something right now.
Right. Palang Tod, I think. Yeah.
Palang Tod.
That's our top selling product. But then yeah, you can't sleep.
No, that's okay. Like after this conversation, I'm done for it. So the Palang Tod was the first one, as you guessed it.
That one, yeah.
This one. Yeah. So I'll take the entire shot because these are shot glasses.
Yeah.
No doubt the best coffee.
Thanks.
No doubt the best coffee. Okay. I've seen your Instagram, the older photos, which takes me back to your days when travel used to be very interesting part of your life.
My personal?
Yes.
Okay. Have I uploaded travel photo?
A lot of.
I don't.
We have done quite a research on Sahil, to be honest.
Right.
So I want to know that आप अहमदाबाद से काफ़ी सालों के अंदर काफ़ी साल से और the business is of course based out of Ahmedabad. So today if you would want to settle to some other city to have that happening and peaceful life, let's take these, there's two things that if you would want a happening life along with your business of course, which city would you like to choose?
I think city nahi, Dubai is what I feel is doing fantastic, but then I love Ahmedabad as a city. मतलब पता नहीं क्यों, I just love it. तो मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा थॉट नहीं था बिकॉज मैं घूमता ही बहुत हूँ आज भी. इवन इफ यू सी टुडे, तो मे बी 25 days आई वर्क वेरी हार्डकोर, बट देन 5 days आई ट्रैवल.
राइट.
तो आई लव दिस प्लेस मोर.
And for peaceful, like I'm hoping
for both things, for entertainment as well, for peace as well. I think Ahmedabad is good enough. The lifestyle is not there, but that's major challenge with people who want to have a lifestyle. आप daily basis पे थोड़ा lifestyle enjoy करते हो.
Right.
So you can access Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Goa, maybe Dubai or anywhere. That is accessible now very easily.
What would be your top city in that?
Bombay is what I like a lot.
So you keep traveling to Bombay very often.
Bombay is what I feel goes well with me.
That's interesting. That's something that you like about Bombay specifically, if you want to highlight.
I just like the whole weather, the culture, the people. They're all just working hard, doing things, having fun. They're cool. I like cool things.
Cool people. Yeah,
they're cool people.
Cool people. Yeah. No barriers, no attachments.
I could be wrong, but I have felt that people over there are more cool.
Yeah, of course they are comparatively open in that sense. But जब हम एक startup की बात करते हैं, ठेका being one of the startups, startup culture of course बैंगलोर में काफ़ी interesting है, दिल्ली में काफ़ी interesting है. 2017 शायद मैं गलत हूँ यहाँ पर कि अहमदाबाद इज़ मोर ऑफ अ प्लेस जहाँ पर पुराने बसे बसाए बिजनेसेस या फिर उनके जैसे बिजनेसेस काफ़ी थ्राइव किए. सो वाज देयर एनी स्पेसिफिक रीजन दैट यू चोज अहमदाबाद फॉर ठेका?
आई वाज फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद ना.
हाँ.
तो इट वाज द इजीएस्ट थिंग टू डू अल्टीमेटली. And when you're starting, you want to start small to gain experience prior you go big. So it's always better to start where your base is, because you have family, you have friends, you have people, you have connects, everything is there.
Right.
And when you're starting a business, I think these things play more important role during your initial days.
Right.
So I think that's why.
Okay. Interesting. coming back to the travel part, because that's where I had the fun, the last fun conversation, let's say.
Yeah.
Travel experiences, one of the most thrilling travel experiences of yours, जो एक
I will
दिमाग में
not say
embed हो गया.
travel experience, but yeah, मेरे को पानी से I'm a little scared about because I don't know swimming. I don't like situations which I'm not control of.
Okay.
So obviously when I go into water, मैं डूब ही जाऊंगा, right?
That's a fear.
Yeah, so that's a fear. So I went underwater पहली बार life में, and the moment I saw नीचे, I was like, क्या life है? What a different life. मतलब that's different feel. वो आपको कोई वैसा high, I don't think anything else can give.
Where was this?
This was, I think, in Koh Samui.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's a story which you would want to remember.
Yeah. So that's something that's inside me. The first time when I saw नीचे, it was crazy.
Any other story something that जैसे अपने दोस्त लोग बैठे हैं और एक फनी मोमेंट बताने का टाइम है कि यार यहाँ मैं बताता हूँ कि मैंने क्या अपनी जिंदगी के अंदर हरकतें की है या फिर क्या मैं एक्सट्रीम लेवल पे गया हूँ, समथिंग व्हिच दैट यू कैन शेयर विद
extreme. There's too many things to be honest, but yeah, मेरी लाइफ में एक्चुअली में सिर्फ काम ही हुआ है. And that's the honest part of it. ऐसे fun has also been काम related.
Interesting. Okay, so works brings us back to, let's say, coffee.
Right.
That one coffee which you have tried of any countries that you have traveled as of now, that like यार इंडिया में ये लेकर आनी है मुझे.
नहीं, I think freshly brewed coffee, इंडिया की जो beans है, the bean that India is growing at this point of time is the best.
Okay.
It used to be Africa पहले,
okay,
but I think India is competing very well, and the quality of India has increased a lot.
Okay.
So this coffee should go out now rather than anything outside coming inside, is what I feel. So I hope I'm able to do that.
But any other thing which you would have explored?
Food, F&B wise,
coffee specifically or F&B wise, either
I think
of these
bahar,
things?
what I saw bahar is that the branding, the designing, the packaging, the thought behind it, if all those things are very different level. Everyone should travel, see things, visualize, grab it. वो देखना बहुत जरूरी है, because उसके बिना you will not get that exposure. उतने trial and error India में are not happening, especially branding related. So बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें भी वो लोग बहुत craft से बहुत सुंदर बना रहे हैं.
Right.
And I think that prettiness should come to India on every street side things as well as the bigger things. मुझे लगता है branding in India is a little struggling. Yeah.
But you're working constantly.
Mass में, मतलब on mass scale if you see, तो not everything is pretty.
Of
They
course.
just put up a LED board and हो गया. तो वो मुझे लगता है बाहर ऐसा नहीं है.
बाहर aesthetics भी मतलब they focus a lot, I guess, on the psychology.
They create a very
people.
good identity of their brand. Even if it's a food stall, even if it is a food छोटा सा कियोस्क है या एक पैडल कार्ट भी है, they will make it very very beautiful.
A lot of thought and ideas that go behind it.
So I think वो वाला part होना चाहिए. People should focus on branding a lot. I think Theka Coffee itself, I feel it's one of the best packagings created visually, because kahin na kahin you don't see any packaging having those cuts that we have on our bottle.
Right.
It's all been made that way. So I love the packaging that we have created.
So your travel has gained you a lot of experience.
Theka Coffee is travel ultimately. So if I went to Koh Samui, I went to Full Moon Party, वहाँ से उसका bucket आया.
Oh, interesting.
I saw cart somewhere which was selling something, and वहाँ से फिर वो cart का दिमाग में आया. तो ऐसे it's all traveling. कहीं I was sitting at some club, वहाँ पे वो he bought beers in a box जिसमें से dry ice का धुआं निकला. So this was all getting collected in my brain, and this is how your experiences create your business or your identity.
You learn from the smaller parts. Everything you see, you just have to grasp something out of it.
I think prior starting anything on the planet, go out and travel.
That's
6 months, 3 महीना, 4 महीना, just go out and see everything. See things that you don't like seeing. Like for example, I used to not like art galleries, but then I started going, I started seeing it, and then I understood. वहीं से these colors come now, right? Your personality gets shaped when you do the things that you don't like.
Right.
So I find that's very important.
Any specific city you would want to go back, every time कि आज travel करना, चलो यहीं चलते हैं वापस.
I think Bombay.
Yeah,
because see, ultimately if I say I want to become a billionaire, I need to be, proximity is power. You need to be surrounded between people who are willing to do the same thing, or who are putting that effort, or connects are very important. I'm not very social, but yeah, I believe that that's very important, and hence that city is thriving at this point of time. So somewhere down there,
network is very important ultimately आपको अगर grow करना है.
हाँ, मतलब मेरे को लगता नहीं था, but ऐसा है. I'm wrong in that.
That is
yeah.
Out of India, if you want to suggest?
Dubai. Yeah. Again, I've been
You've been there?
3 times. So,
Okay.
yeah, I feel when I went there, I saw again the same thing. People are really, really, really putting effort to become something.
Right.
तो वो एफर्ट के बीच में अगर आप रहोगे तो आप भी बनी जाओगे. आपका माइंडसेट चेंज हो जाता है. कोई से पास टाइम नहीं है, सब एक गोल से वर्क कर रहे हैं. एंड आई थिंक एवरीवन इज पुटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट.
राइट.
दैट्स व्हाट आई फेल्ट. एंड
एनी सिटी ऑन द विश लिस्ट आउट ऑफ इंडिया कि यहाँ जाना है नेक्स्ट?
Ibiza.
Nice. And any specific reason?
I like music, so that's the only reason.
Do you sing?
Music
do you play?
नहीं techno music. But there is a specific type, not melodic techno and all that. तो उसके reason से.
Nice. So you're a core party person.
Not party. I am a party person, but not because of only party reasons. Again, it's exploration.
Exploration, हाँ. Party मतलब पैसे नहीं कि हमें 24 घंटे party करें. It's like कि हाँ एक माहौल में जाना है, कुछ सीख कर आना है, fun करना है, declutter करना अपने आप को.
Yes.
Interesting. Two people, I guess I have explored right now. Sahil is the person who is, out there to the world. And Bhupinder is out there as the brand. So, if you want to segregate दोनों, Sahil और Bhupinder, आप कैसे इन दोनों को define करना चाहोगे?
Sahil और Bhupinder है तो एक ही.
So
there is no dual personalities. I think you might have perceived it, but ऐसा है नहीं. It's both the same. See, if I am in corporate world also, I'm exactly like this. If I'm in party space also, I'm exactly like that. There's not two people operating things.
Okay.
And wherever I have to become two people, I leave that space.
Okay.
So if you can, if the way I am, if you can accept me as I am, only then we can bond or have a connect.
Right.
Or else it's no space.
That makes sense as well, I guess. क्योंकि dual personality आपको भी दिखाती है कि
मतलब मैं corporate में भी उतना ही fun हूँ जो आप शायद साहिल की personality लेके आए हो वही है भूपिंदर.
Nice.
ऐसा है.
We would want to know, your corporate culture ki how does the culture works for you?
So office culture is simple. We all have fun. We are very goal oriented. जैसा मैं हूँ शायद वही वैसी मेरी team है. Everyone is trying very very hard to become to make Theka Coffee as a very successful brand, and कहीं ना कहीं it's because of people that we've reached wherever we have reached.
Right. Yeah. So you believe the people have been always there with you.
Yeah, 100%. See, again या तो मैं blessed हूँ या कुछ है, but I've always had good people around me. मेरे साथ ऐसा कभी भी नहीं हुआ कि I've had negative people. कोई ऐसे घटिया चीजें हुई नहीं अभी तक, तो मैंने कभी घटिया चीजें experience करी नहीं है.
Any one person that you look after, this has been the very biggest, apart from your family, let's say families, of course, as you've told, always been supporting you.
My friends, जो बहुत limited friends है मेरे, या anyone who I've dated, my family, all of them have had this common belief. It sounds very tough to believe ऐसा होगा, लेकिन everyone has the belief कि साहिल को success बनना है. So they all, mold themselves, gel themselves in that one goal.
Right.
So that's it's with everyone.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. About the coffee, when we say the names have been very interesting names and very fantastic names, which people would think कि यार ये क्या नाम है कॉफी का. तो ऐसा कुछ एक नाम अगर आपने सोचा हो कि यार ये रख ही नहीं पा रहा मैं रख नहीं पा रहा कि I want to keep this name. So like we say that कि the name I could never keep of my coffee.
ऐसा हुआ नहीं. पलंग तोड़ कौन रखता है, तो पलंग तोड़ was a crazy name to put. But this is all fun. मतलब अगर आप और मैं बैठे और हम लोग बातें करें, मैंने बोला यार मुझे पलंग तोड़ कॉफी नाम रखना है, और अगर हमारी वो वाइब सेट हो गई उस टाइम पे कह रहे let's do it, so it's done. We'll let market decide. That's how we operate.
From this conversation, do you think there will be one name of coffee you're gonna take back?
अभी तक तो आया नहीं दिमाग में, but I think now you made me curious to think.
Nice.
Creative हुआ नहीं बहुत टाइम से.
I'm happy कि at least कुछ एक कॉफी का नाम तो मैं निकलवा के जाऊंगा जी यहाँ से. But do you think any fun moments with your coffee that you've experienced, or let's say with
making
your cards?
Coffee itself is very fun. Selling coffee. So when I started Theka Coffee, I was making my own coffee. I was selling it on a paddle cart again myself. So वो जो customer, see, what do you want ultimately? You want to connect with maximum people, right? That's what as a human you like doing. Whatever you do behind the doors is not fun. Ultimately you want to go out and say, oh, I did this, I did that, connect people, hear their thoughts. So when you're selling coffee, you're connecting with a lot of people. And that customer interaction is the most fun part. And the kind of वो एक vibe जो उनके साथ customer के साथ exchange होती है, I think it's very fun, very very fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're connecting with the people ultimately.
Sales is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, sales when you're talking to people, so many customers coming to you, and you're there on the cart, you're selling coffee. आज भी we love it. So many, all my team, we just love doing that.
Interesting. Yeah. And okay, so that's again, you know, the fun parts. What's the fun part of your life? I'm dwelling back into life of Bhupinder and Sahil and the entire person, you know, behind.
So I like crafted things, crafted food.
Oh, lovely.
Crafted drinks. I don't like just ऐसे बस whiskey or scotch पियो. I like that cocktails वाला side.
Oh, interesting.
I like brewed beers. That's why I sell brewed coffee. So everything very crafted.
So you're a beer person.
I am all kinds, but then it has to be crafted.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you into crafts, arts as well?
Yeah, I
you
love
enjoy
it.
that?
Yeah, 100%.
Any recent, memory that you have? This is something which I would want to share with the audience.
Related to?
Crafts, or let's say, any particular crafted dish that you recently tried.
I think it's
a recommendation, more of a recommendation.
So there's this one place in Delhi, Sidecar by Sabko.
Okay.
So the kind of cocktails, but Sidecar by Sabko is a cocktail place that they've opened up.
Okay.
So if you sit and try their cocktails, I think your whole perception about drinks will change.
Okay. Yeah, very interesting.
So I think that's what I like.
What was the something that you?
The craft behind it. If they're putting even one flavor in it, it is grown by them. They control the whole back end parameter. There's a lot of things which spoil the taste of any beverage. So everything is very controlled, very organized, properly made. That's the whole thing.
So storytelling is also. Do you think that the craft is of course always there.
Right.
The methodology, the product, the material, everything is over there. Do you think story is also that one part which helps you sell intensively?
100%. So see, if you don't sell your story, you will not be able to connect with your audience. ये तो basic है, but everyone knows it. But what it does is it creates authenticity for whatever you're trying to do. If you tell your honest story to people and people they start relating with it, so you always get genuine love is what I feel. So storytelling is the most important part. आज के time पे be out there, tell whatever you are doing. Tell 1,000 people, then 1 lakh people, 10 lakh people, but start telling everyone. Whatever you're doing, put it on table. Tell them everything bluntly. Don't hold back when you're trying to tell your story.
If I come to the end of, let's say, this conversation, तो something as not ज्ञान के हिसाब से नहीं, but as an aspiration that you would want to share with our listeners, because you are such a positive vibe that you have as a human as well. So something that would not only just inspire, let's say, the people, our audience sitting back home, or just telling them that I am not able to put that into words, but something
one
that
thing
tells,
that they can take back from this.
Take back, and also they have fun with it. They enjoy this one learning from you.
See, there are 2-3 things, but majorly it is only get inspired by your own thoughts and personality. I believe that everyone's trying to change you, everyone's trying to give you gyan, everyone is trying to change everything around you. Maybe someone is trying to put some thoughts inside your brain, it's your friend, family, relative, maybe your senior, junior, whosoever.
Of course.
I believe just block it and just get inspired by your own thoughts. Be who you are and live with it. Be happy with it. If it's not happening with somebody, and don't shape yourself accordingly. Just try being who you are.
Not being by the society, but by
society se zyada just don't try, because then you will be lost. Just don't. You can't. अब कितना dynamism है, पूरी दुनिया का thought process अलग है, हर इंसान different है.
Right.
हर किसी की knowledge अलग है, experience अलग है, journey अलग है. So I believe it's something that you should stop. Just make sure that your goal, your aspiration, and your inspiration should be driving you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was Sahil Madaan. Sahil and Bhupinder Madaan. Sahil and Bhupinder Madaan. Yeah. They are not two personalities. They are one personality, and they'll always be the single personality. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sahil, Bhupinder, for being here. And I'm sure that you had a fun conversation.
Yeah, I did.